Hello, my friends. Welcome to Rockets and Robots RPG, the Frisky Whiskers. This is our live podcast and an insider's view of the next best science fiction tabletop role-playing game, also known as R&R. My name is Andromeda of Earth. I am a co-creator, lead editor, and visionary for Rockets and Robots. My husband, Isaac Abrahamson, has designed and written into existence an entire universe for us all to play in. It is our greatest honor and pleasure to share this space with you here. Isaac and I have decided to pull back the curtain to our world-building process and let you in on the story. What you are about to hear is the beginning of a playtest campaign we launched mid-July 2024. The players have never worked together and have varying degrees of knowledge over game mechanics, as well as the law of the land. You will be getting to know us as we get to know each other and finish preparing our game for pre-order fall of 2024. The plan for this podcast is to be an uncensored, unscripted sneak peek inside the Rockets and Robots universe. Here, we will be sharing an engaging story through the criminal underbelly of the Limit, which is the largest, oldest, and most advanced space station inside the R&R Universe. If you love Dungeons and Dragons and also love science fiction, then you'll love playing Rockets and Robots, the tabletop role-playing game. Inspired by 5e gaming mechanics, we've updated gameplay to be quicker and more immersive. R&R is a fast-paced, big-stakes game with adventures among other species and stars. You and your friends are going to love playing in the universe we've created. Set in the year 3229, Rockets and Robots shows us a world where humanity has found its place among other stars and species. So far, we have 7 different playable species and 10 classes, each with 2 subclasses. Our universe has a multitude of potential character combinations and customizations available. After over 4 full years of writing and over 2 years of playtesting, we are ready to share more of the story here with you. Our mission is to create a world we are ecstatically handing up to the next generations through creative play and oral tradition, also known as playing games and telling stories. Rockets and Robots is sharing the tale of how humanity evolves into universal collaboration among the varying species and cultures of the stars. Our storytelling collective invites all beings to creatively problem solve and communicate before choosing violence by default. Through roleplay and engaging storytelling, Rockets and Robots is gently shaping our world's culture to ultimately seek peace and tolerance among our differences. Come check out our Discord community for more. https://bit.ly/WHATS capital F-I. What's your sci-fi? So without further ado, we will now begin the story with Isaac giving us a brief introduction with some context. Please enjoy episode 1, part 1.
Welcome to The Limit. This is where we'll begin our campaign with our Sunday Rockets and Robots playtest session. So you guys know this is my second long campaign with Rockets and Robots playtesting it. I have a Tuesday group now that has about 20 sessions under its belt. It's helped. We just did a fun spaceship race last session, and the mechanics for that were worked out a little more too. But to begin Sunday's group, The Limit. At its center is an artificial core, a spinning sphere of metal that has yet to be identified. An artificial core which no galactic coalition scientist can explain how it works or how it is stable. They just know it does. The core provides power to all the souls and living beings aboard, and it provides artificial gravity to the limit. The gravity around the core is too strong for any life form to survive in. Droids and machinery are the only thing found at the inner levels. Where life is found first in the limit is where you will find some of the strongest souls you will meet, but unfortunately, not the luckiest. These lowest levels are known to its residents as the bedrock. Here lives the downtrodden, drifters, runners, and most criminals. These criminals, though, do not all live in the bedrock. The ones who control or own the souls of this place live higher up in the limit. The next levels up known are the fringes. Here are where most souls of the limit live and sleep. Not most outlandish and extravagance of its residents, or are the residents. The homes here are comfortable and provide all the necessary comforts most species need. The wen rests above the fringe. The wen is where all the souls of the limit do their business, their jobs, make their livelihood. The lowest levels of the wen resides all the industrial processing and industry centers, as well as mass storage facilities for the limit. Above these lie the entertainment and commercial districts. Stores and businesses of every nature can be found here. In this district here, you will find a little club named the Frisky Whiskers, owned by a chokar named Krosta, known as the Old Cat by his closest confidants. Krosta runs a burlesque club, which features every species of the galaxy, in every shape and size and sex. Krosta's club is a rare piece of real estate on the limit. Its ceiling has an external viewport to the void, providing the audience a view of the stars. Shows are lit by starlight. Not even the stadium of the GFL on the limit can boast about that claim. The large stage made of dark mahogany wood was imported from Earth itself. When Krosta saw that dark, earthy tone, he had to have it. He fell in love with it and brought it all the way from Earth to the limit. a large tiered floor with a perfect view, with a perfect seat for every guest, takes up a large portion of this room. A large bar rests at the back on the back wall, taking up most of it. There's a set of stairs on either side of the back wall, leading up to VIP suites, 3 on each side, with elevated views of the stage. A staircase in the middle of the back wall leads up to Krosta's office. It sits between the VIP suites. It has a large viewing area with a special balcony that leads out from his office. Only liquid refreshments are served here at the Frisky Whiskers. Then, Krosta's right-hand confidant, a human droid of an unknown origin, bipedal with 4 arms. He serves the bar during the show times, but manages the club the rest of the hours. Krosta seems to run a clean and legitimate business, but recent troubles have required Krosta to hire a special crew to provide security or needed for any special requests. Recent visitors and anonymous messages have Krosta on his toes, and he's concerned people want him out. So a little extra help is needed. Here in Krosta's club, before showtimes, sits his new crew. You guys can go around and introduce yourselves.
Hey, all
Sure.
friends. I'm Royson. Just freshly here on this place. I'm so excited to explore. Who are you?
I'm Captain Cracks. I found a flyer for a job and thought working for a gentleman's club. It's probably a good idea for me.
Just here to see what the limit has to offer. Hi, name's Maru.
I'm Rolo. I work in the back. I maintain the ships that come in here, and I do work for Krosta, whatever he needs fixing.
Ven comes out from the bar and introduces himself. Hello, my name is Ven. I will help you with your first day on the job. Does anybody like a refreshment?
What are you known for?
The bar is known for any known drink throughout the galaxy.
So what would you recommend?
My personal favorite is the seashore.
Give me double strong one of those.
Coming right up. Krosta has a little business before meeting with you. Please enjoy the lounge, and he'll be right with you when he can. Ven comes back or goes back to the bar and makes your drink. If anybody else wants anything, he'll be there at the bar making it. While he is doing that, a group of Chokar dressed in nice suits, very slick, very modern, barge through the club's entrance, and without a word, walks towards the staircase leading up to Krosta's office. As Ven's making the drink, he attempts to go to prevent the group of Chokar from going up, but the larger one in the rear of the group just gives Ven a look, and the robot stops in his tracks. There's 2 black suits, gray and black fur, in leading the group. An orange Chokar dressed in a white suit is in the middle, and a bigger Chokar dressed in another black suit with brown tabby markings is the one who gave Ven a look.
Hey, Ven, everything okay?
I think so. These gentlemen have been here before.
Do you know them by name?
I do not. Krosta has not introduced me.
Out of character, are all three of them up the stairs into the office now?
Yeah, as you guys are talking to Ven, all of them have gone up the stairs. And you can start to hear muffled voices coming from Krosta's office.
Yeah, I'm going to sneak to the top of the stairs and see if I can overhear.
Roll me a stealth check. First roll of the game.
$14.
14. Captain Cracks. What are you wearing?
Light armor.
Describe yourself though. Like give yourself like a look.
Oh, gotcha. All right, so I am a black furred chokar with a little white tuxedo puff on his chest that the ladies really like, but they are the only ones who get to see that one. Tons of kitty cat scars from all these little back alley brawls as a space pirate. I took an origin as space pirate, so I got a bit of a mean, kind of swarthy, kind of confident, kind of, liquid courage confidence at the same time. We're not going to call myself like Demon Lord confident, but we're definitely going to call myself, liquid courage confident. I am wearing some light armor. I have a pistol strapped to my thigh. I have a pulse rifle strapped across my back, and I have a pulse blade strapped to my hip.
Wonderful. These specific colors or just traditional darks and stuff?
Darks, dark on dark with, like red tertiary trims. More like a blood
Cool.
red.
Nice. You guys see this new acquaintance sneak up the stairs after these nicely dressed Chokar. Captain Cracks, when you get to the top of the stairs, before you give yourself away, you see that one of the guards stands facing with his back to the door, keeping guard outside, while the three others are inside. You can still hear muffled voices from where you are, a little more distinct than from the audience floor. Would you like to make a perception check? Anybody can make a perception check at this point if you want to attempt to hear anything.
I would as soon as I can find it.
Yeah. If anybody has any questions on their character sheets or any holes you want help filled,
I got a nat 20 on my perception check, so it's a 21.
Nice. You can't quite hear the total conversation, but you can hear when voices do get loud. You can hear one voice muffled through the door say, "Decision yet?" And then a few moments later, another, "Running out." The conversation continues, muffled voices, nothing else gets loud. And after a few minutes, the conversation seems to stop entirely. The guard outside looks down at his wrist and seems to get a message from something. And he almost seems like he's preparing himself to exit.
Well, if I
Who is
don't
it
get the
that
sense of
guy-
hostility.
Is that the guy that's outside?
Outside the stairs that Captain Cracks can see.
So if I don't get a strong sense of potential hostility, I'm going to go sit back down and enjoy my drink.
Yeah, no sense of hostility, and as you do come down the stairs, Ven hands you the drink you asked for. And not more than a minute later, the group of Chokar exits without a word.
Real quick, I wanted to meander over to the front door, so I'm hanging out there waiting for them to walk by me. That's my anticipation.
Cool. As you head towards them head towards the exit before they come down, and as they pass, they pass you to head out of the club. Do you want to do anything in particular?
I wanted to kind of just smell as they walk by.
You can give me a perception check.
While she's working on that, I'm making dirty faces at the derpy orange cat.
9.
A 9?
Yeah.
Not much you can glean from the scent of the cats. They are clean in nature. They're very slick. They look well manicured. They probably have been to the local kitty cat baths here on the limit. Maru.
Maru turns to Rolo. Wonder where you get a suit like that.
Well, I could probably buy one, but I don't really see the point to it. It just gets dirty quick. And if you looking at Rollo, he's this very large, freaking, very rotund. He is about as wide as he is tall. Black fur, a little white patch on his left eye. His clothes, they look like they were once white. They aren't anymore. Covered in different oils, greases, and whatnot. You can clearly tell he does some dirty work, and probably doesn't have the best hygiene.
Maru gestures down to his outfit. He's wearing a set of armor that he picked up when he was working out in Mars. So, of course, being a desert planet, very like desert color, very brown, very tan. And, it's like, I mean, hey, I can knock my boots together and still knock sand out of them. I've cleaned them like 10 times. So I get that.
Ven comes up.
Can I describe Royston real quick?
Oh, go right ahead.
Yeah, Royston, I'm a beautiful barn owl, 2.3 meters tall, wearing neutral colors, but I have some armor on, kind of like utility belt and such. Very not for fashion, more for purpose.
Ven comes out to you guys and tells you, Krosta has just messaged me. He is ready for you to come up and meet you.
Fantastic.
Why not?
Thanks.
Rollo takes a really long sigh at the thought of him having to climb up those stairs. All right, let's go.
You all
I
climb to the
slam
top
my
of the
drink.
stairs, and the door to his office actually is open, and he sits. An old chokar with brown and black speckled fur sits. He's older in age, a little more rotund, but not overweight. He's just large in stature. He sits in a nice oiled outer like coat, sitting at a chair with a view of the stage, smoking a pipe, waiting for you to come in. And as he hears your footsteps enter his office, he says, welcome, everybody. Come on in, make yourself comfortable. I am Krosta. uh, the old cat here at the Frisky Whiskers. I am glad that you guys took my call for a crew. Uh, Rolo, thank you for coming up and out of the maintenance halls and alleys of my establishment. I think you'd be better served working with these guys on tasks that I have for the club's protection.
Whatever you need, Crosta, I got you. Whatever you need.
Hey, if there's a paycheck involved, I love protecting.
Yeah, we'll get right to the details. For 150 units a week, I would like your services. For anything I need, or anything that I require doing. I don't expect anybody to have to break the law. I do run a clean establishment. I am well known for the beauty, not the excitement.
I've heard this from you. Now I'm curious to know how good at your word you are.
I don't want anybody to break the law. I want people to help me not break the law. I actually, I need you because this isn't the first time someone's threatened me. As you can see, those Chokar came, voices were raised. They wanted me out. I keep saying no. Some new gang attempting to increase their territory. They want to buy me out. You're muted. I can't hear you. Nope.
Who do they go by?
Nope. You're still muted there, Cracks. What's going on there? It sounds like it's picking you up, but that's not.
Rolo sees Grax is having some issues with some of his comms, so he goes over to try to help him fix it.
Yes. Maybe you are proving your worth. I like this. We all have skills. Some of us are physical, others not as much so.
So with
Still not hearing you there, Cracks.
Do you have the button muted on the screen? I see the headset looks muted. Oh, it just disappeared.
Nope.
No.
It sounds like your mic died. Using a button?
I am. Did that fix it?
Oh,
Yep,
there
there
you
you go.
All right. Out of character. What color was the old cat?
The old cat, Crosta, is like a brown and black with a little bits of beige and white, sort of like a tortie.
What's the name of this group? This new group that wants you out?
I haven't gotten that official with them. They just they run a club here on the limit named what was it? Oh, that book's downstairs, isn't it? It is. They run an old they run a new club, a bar of some establishment named the White Rock here on the limit. It's here on the commercial district of the Wen, but they really, from what Ven has been able to uncover, it's just a new club out of Chokar attempting to distribute white sands and other substances of its that kind. Still, you pushed something again. You're muted again.
White sands. White sands. Is that what I think it is?
White sands is a illicit substance that comes out of Chokar.
Okay. I switched to my onboard microphone. Is that working better now?
Yep, that's good.
Okay. I had a bunch of distractions. So he's not an orange cat.
No, the old cat. Yeah.
Correct. Doesn't like orange cats. It's not that he's like hates them. He just thinks they're derby idiots.
Yeah.
And then the White Sands was the name of the club or the drug they're producing?
The drug that they produce. The White Rock is the club that they are.
Okay. Okay, I got it. Nice pun, by the way.
Well, I guess if we're going to help keep the streets safe, let's take some.
But tonight, though, is important. I know it's your first day on the job. I need you guys tonight. And he hands you guys a small glass, but not glass. It's a clear, like acrylic-based device. You guys would know this as it's a hand terminal. He tells you that these are all linked to the same frequency. You guys can use these to communicate with each other. They're linked to any earpieces or any other communication system you may have, but they'll let you talk as a team and communicate even if you can't see each other. It could be useful. And here is a bonus for signing on to Frisky Whiskers of 200 units apiece. And he swipes it your way.
Wow, thanks, Crosta. This will help a lot. You know how much food I can buy with this? And
Rolo, don't go spending it all on food. You might need gear, equipment.
well, I mean, food is gear for my stomach.
Okay, well, we'll work on that.
Your generosity is noted.
But tonight, like I said, it's important. Moonfire's is the main performance tonight, and they this is their first night doing their act. So I wanted to go off without a hitch. So I want you guys to be walking the floor, keeping an eye out, making sure nothing gets in the way.
Yes, sir.
Use the bonus that you guys just received to buy any gear or equipment that you may not have, that you may need before the performance tonight. Show starts at 10 after the sun goes down here on the limit. And we want to be ready. So get here an hour beforehand. Make sure you check out the place. Talk to anybody you need to talk to. Form any plans you need to plan, and just be ready.
I'd like to walk the place a little bit, get to know the aisles and the doors and the back alleys. Am I permitted to go into the performers areas and such?
Yeah, you're all allowed to enter the club anywhere but my office. But all other places are at your disposal.
I go and scope out
all the performers and servers know about your recent hire and your participation in the security services of the Frisky Whiskers. Oh, and before you leave, all of you talk to Ven about getting a uniform that you can wear we'll make sure it can sit on the outside of any protective armaments you may have.
Uniform. You got one that fits me? I hope so, because usually that's not so good.
Then we'll make sure custom sizes will be ordered for you.
Oh, okay, thanks.
I do have a question, sir. Do you want us to be prepared for non-lethal, or do you propose there might be a chance that this could get hostile?
I want you to be prepared for anything. The choice that you take a life is your choice alone. I'm not going to tell you to kill anybody or not. I, on the other hand, don't want anybody dying here in the Frisky Whiskers. So if you do need to take a life, please bring them outside. I don't want to have to clean up that mess.
Yes, sir.
Noted.
I don't have much say with the security here on the limit, so if you do get into trouble, don't expect me to bail you out anytime quick. I might have to go pull a few strings if that were to happen.
That's why we're not going to do anything illegal.
This
So I
stuff
don't
is illegal.
I don't say don't do anything illegal, just don't get caught doing anything illegal.
Gotcha.
Who said anything about doing something illegal?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to know about it.
Rolo's gonna make his way to the door as quick as he can and open it up for everybody. And let's go shopping. Let's buy stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Rolo, can you tell me where someone could pick up some self-defense weapons?
Before we go any further, I want to take a quick 2-second. I need to go run downstairs and grab a certain notebook.
All right.
I can't find the rule books again. I don't know where they are.
The PDF is in the server guide, all the way at the top. The menu, server guide.
No wonder. Okay. I'm looking for like the channel rule. I'm trying to
No
find
worries.
the darn, trying to find the shop list.
Oh, there's no
The
shop list in the rules. Oh, you mean the equipment? There, yeah, all that's there.
Yeah.
Page 150.
I've got it on 147. It's going to be some discrepancies in pages as we continue to edit, just so people know.
Oh, that's okay.
Like I said, I wanted to do just a quick perimeter check for all this space, and then, oh yeah, we're stopping for what, Isaac?
Nope, we're good now.
We're good now.
Question. I think I found a boo-boo.
Uh-huh.
The light weave suit. It does not have a plus bonus. It just says max dex and advantage on stealth checks. Is that intentional?
That's not a
or-
boo-boo.
So there's no armor on it?
There's no armor bonus. It just allows. It's just gives you advantage on stealth checks. That's
And I'm
it.
assuming that does not stack with normal armor then.
No, that does not stack with normal armor.
But then after doing a perimeter check, I want to go to some place I can purchase some melee weapons.
Cool. So the club itself, there, like I described, is a large stage. It has a small outset into the audience floor, 2 sets of stairs on either end of the stage to allow the dancers to enter the audience floor and interact with the audience. There are 2 doors next, adjacent to those stairs that lead into backstage, and also two doors on the stage away from the audience that also exit into the backstage, where there is a large open dressing room with stalls for some privacy, and then one um, restroom, showers, and everything in part of that dressing room off to one side. The club itself, the floor itself, like I said, is tiered with risers leading up to the bar level. There's 4 tiers. Each tier has a number of tables and chairs. There's no like audience aisles or lines. It's they're staggered so that everybody has a pretty decent view of the stage. There is one line of chairs that perimeters the stage for any guest that wants a closer view of the dancers. The bar is on the back wall, takes over most of the wall, with the off to one side where the staircase to Crosta office leads. The off to one side is a coat check, and where the main entrance goes. And then off on the other side of the bar, on the back wall, is just maintenance and supplies. And then there's a set of stairs leading up to the VIP booths that have a staggered viewport or balcony that provides a more private viewing of the stage. 3 on either side, hallways connecting them, which then connect to Prosta's office as well.
I'm
How
going to
about the
spend my time.
ceiling? Is there lights and rigging?
Ceiling
is there ways to walk up there, or is it just
the unique thing about the ceiling of Frisky Whiskers is it's an open viewport to the void. It is one of the very few viewports that can actually see the void that the limit has. This is a very rare.
That's up, not behind the stage?
Yeah, it's up on the ceiling. There are catwalks that are made of very non-reflective metal that don't get in the way of the viewing of the sky, of the void, of the stars. But you have to be light on your feet, dexterous, and not afraid of heights to be up there.
I'm going to spend my time leading up to the show just exploring the club and kind of learning the lay of the land, getting used to it in a physical sense. And I'm going to be sneaking a lot of time in the back rooms, hanging out with the dancers and introducing myself.
Getting to know some of the performers. It's fun. And you guys, other people want to go shopping for some equipment?
Rolo is gonna follow Roizen around and go shopping with her.
Cool.
That's good because I need a guide.
It sounds like we have similar thoughts in mind, so Maru will just tag along as well.
Cool. So Krax is going to stick back at the club meeting all the fun performers, and you 3 are going to go shopping. Cool. Let's start with Krax. So you head into the back room. There is not a lot of dancers, performers there white yet. There is a few that are starting to get prepared. Though the 2 that you see that look the most nervous at the moment, there's only a few people there, but there's 2 in particular that look quite nervous. A pair of chokar, 1 female, 1 male. The female is a white furred cat, and the male is a black furred cat. They're both very similar in facial appearance, and but they seem to be like discussing nervously, almost seem to be like silently going through their routine in their heads and with each other. And then another one of the performers that you notice there is a male tricken, one of them mouse species, going over his costume, making sure it's appropriately attached in certain places.
So I'm going to go over, I'm assuming, to the brother and sister working on their performance.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see if I can get some of that nervousness dispelled.
Cool. You go up to them. The male notices you come up and says, who are you? You look new here.
Yeah, allow me to introduce myself. I am Captain Cracks. I have been recently hired as a jack of all trades, and tonight I'm doing security. So I figured I'd accustom myself with everyone around here and the ways back and forth through the venue.
Captain Cracks, what kind of captain are you? What you have your own ship?
Well, I mean, I do. It's kind of hard to find right now. Unfortunately, it met a glorious ending.
So you crashed a ship.
I wasn't on it when I crashed it, so yeah,
So it's not
I
your
did
fault.
on purpose.
Not your fault. Nice. Okay.
Exactly. Not my fault. That's what you can believe in.
We're Moonfire. It's our first show tonight. We're a little nervous.
Yeah, I don't know what's got you nervous here.
Oh, it's just the first time we've both done this routine together. My first time being on stage in front of strangers.
Oh, please. The whole world's a stage and everyone's a stranger. You've made it this far. Look at you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We just want to make sure it's perfect. Old Cat likes his shows to run smoothly.
Yeah, smoothly doesn't always have to go perfection. Sometimes you have to learn how to roll with the punches and go with the flow.
That's true. That is true. Thank you. I will take that.
Just remember, I didn't crash my ship, remember?
That's right. It's not your fault. We'll have to figure out how to roll with the punches.
Darling, you'll be fabulous.
That's great. Well, thank you. Nice meeting you, Captain Cracks. Hopefully we'll see you tonight.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it. After that, I'm going to bid them both good luck. Don't literally break a leg, but figuratively break your legs. And I'm going to go over and help I'm sorry, I forgot the mouse race name. The mouse person, the Tricken, that looks like they were having trouble with their costume.
Mm-hmm. The Tricken is brown, furred, dressed in simple garments at the moment. His costume looks quite extravagant, sequins and glitter and lots of ruffles, and he seems to be making sure the quick release snaps are attached correctly so that the different parts of the costume, as they're removed, they're removed smoothly without any snags.
Wardrobe malfunctions.
Yeah.
How's it going? You look like a little. Anything I can help you with there?
Unless you know how to sew on a button, I'm sure I can handle it.
Fair enough. Well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Captain Cracks. I'm hired on to do security tonight as well as odd jobs.
Nice meeting you. My name's Sniffles.
Please tell me there's a cat named Tom somewhere.
No, I don't know about no Tom, but Sniffles is my name. My partner's name is Shep.
Oh, Stifles, it's nice to meet you, and hopefully I'll get to meet Shep sooner or later. Well, if there's nothing I can do to help you, I'll get out of your way and stop being a distraction.
Oh, you're no distraction, but good luck with the security. I heard there's some ill-mannered people been attending the audience lately.
What kind of ill-mannered people?
I heard they want Krosta out of here.
Oh?
Yeah, this is one of the most sought-after venues in the whole limit. People been waiting for that old cat to pass for decades now.
So, people in the same group, maybe, or just random people?
I mean, like, people who want renown, people who want people to come to their establishment have wanted this place. It's just like a beacon for money and fame and just recognition.
Sounds like some people are trying to make a decision. Thanks for the heads up, though. I'm going to go and try to familiarize myself with the rest of the staff. I like to try to learn faces and not make a mistake later on if something happens.
They should be, most of the dancers should be showing up here in the next hour or two.
Oh, thank you for that. I'll be looking for them.
Cool. Did you go about your business, Captain Cracks? More of the dancers and servers start to show up, and as they do, there's more that you can really get to know in this short amount of time as they start to come in. And as they do, you go to attempt to introduce yourself, and they just start to go. They're like, "Hi, nice to meet you," and they're just too busy to really start to get to know you as they're preparing for the show.
So I use that communicator for the shopping group, and I tell them that there's rumor going around that some lowlights have been hanging out and causing disruptions, and that if they are watching the shows and cheering them on, to cheer extra loud for the two kitties.
As we get back to the other group, you guys said you wanted to head where?
I want to go to a place that can purchase some melee weapons.
Yeah, Rosen wants some melee weapons. Anybody else?
We definitely have to stop by and get some explosives. I think explosives are always a good idea.
Okay. Explosives for a security event. Sure. Nice. We will. That's great. So, and Maru, I heard you say.
Yes. I also am looking for some melee weapons.
Cool. The closest shop to the Frisky Whiskers that you guys have been informed about that might sell melee weapons is known as the Steel Pole. Known for its advanced steel alloys and plastisteel weapons. As you get closer to it and you enter the store, there is a series of display kiosks, one small counter. At the counter is a large reddish brown Grax. He stands over 2 meters tall, scale skins too small, little bone protruding horns almost coming from his top of his head. He notices you walk in and greets you. Hello there, strangers. Welcome to the Steel Pole. Is there any particular implement you need?
Yeah, I'm looking for a baton and a pulse dagger.
Baton, yeah. I think we get manage one of those, and you said pulse dagger, huh?
Yes.
All right. Well, one baton costs you 10 units. Pulse dagger, will run you 35. Use. Can I get that ordered and wrapped up for you?
Yes, absolutely. I'll give him 45 U's for my terminal.
So he accepts your payment. He pushes a couple tabs on the kiosk near him, and a small door opens up behind him, and out a small conveyor appears two small boxes the size of the weapons you asked for, and he takes them off and places them down on the counter and slides them in your direction. Here's what you ordered. I hope those do well for you.
Pick him up, inspect it,
When
strap it to my utility on either side of my hips.
when she goes to grab the pulse dagger, Rolo's like, "Here, let me see that." Here, Bing goes to try and reach for it.
Okay, what's going on here?
Do I get it?
It's up
No.
to. Do you fight
I
it?
did not let go of my weapon. What are you doing?
Just let me work that for you. That's a piece of junk. I'll make it right as rain, and then
Okay. I
I see-
hesitantly hand it over.
Rolo says this right in front of the shopkeeper that it's a piece of junk too. And then as soon as she hands it to Rolo, he just takes it. You just see him pulling different little trinkets and baubles off like the different pockets and whatnot on himself, and he just messes with it for a few, and then he hands it back to her. All right, that should be good. And I'm gonna upgrade it. And I actually, believe it or not, I have a returning weapon. So I'm gonna put
A returning weapon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool. This could be very useful. Thank you.
No problem. And then he just turns around and waddles away. To the grenade.
The Grax store owner, just his mouth is hanging open, and he's just like, you guys can leave now.
I've already left.
Yeah.
Already left.
Junk, you say? Sir.
Left out the door.
This is standard issue materials. Junk. You don't think
He's yelling
so.
it at me from out inside this place.
Yeah, you hear like muffled Grax voice from the door behind you closing. Maru? Did you want to buy anything? You see this you see this happening. You like just let the Grax yell the other two out the door and just stand there. Not sure if he noticed you walk in with them.
Yeah, Maru's a little stunned, just kind of like darting eyes back and forth as it's happening, turns and goes, can I get a carbon club?
What? Sure.
Number 7.
He goes back, punches a couple buttons, and a carbon club comes out. That's 30 units, by the way.
30? Okay. He pays the man and picks up the club.
You weren't with them, were you?
I don't know them.
Roll a deception check.
Let's see here. Okay. That's gonna be a 19 plus 3. So
Yeah. The Grax looks at you and is like, okay, yeah, you weren't with them. That's fine. Yeah, I don't remember you walking with them. So, yeah, are you okay with just the carbon club? You need anything else?
thinking about it, he thinks back to what Rolo was saying about explosives, and let me see here. He's not. When he's thinking explosives, he's not thinking where Rolo was thinking. But he is gonna say, hey, "Can I get a couple flash grenades? I'll just take 2."
Flash grenades? You think I sell flash grenades? No.
No?
I only deal in the most exquisite hand-to-hand combat melee weapons. If you need explosives and you need your enemies in pieces, then you need to go to Sockets Goods. They might be able to help you. I don't deal with any of that bullshit. That's too messy, too gruesome. I like to beat my enemies with steel.
And as the shopkeep says this, he's gripping that club. He's looking at it. He goes, "You know what? You're right." And I just want to say, this is hands down the best carbon club I've ever seen.
Well,
Like, it's
thank you.
magnificent. Absolutely
I
magnificent.
appreciate that compliment. The goods here are the most exquisite on the limit, I have to say.
Well, hey, I'm gonna be here on the limit for a while. If you ever need anything, just hit me up. Here's my card, and all it just says his name, just says Maru, has no other info. He's just gonna stop there, turn around, and walk out.
Nice. Okay. Wonderful.
Now, where did those two go off to? He starts looking around, and it's like, let's head back to the club.
Today, we got to meet the Void Explorers Royson Sablenest, an Altari operator, Captain Krax, a Chokar agent, Maru, a Chokar specialist, and Rolo, a Trickin engineer. After meeting their benefactor Krosta, also known as the Old Cat, and familiarizing themselves with his burlesque club called the Frisky Whiskers, they all went out into the limit to prepare themselves for the evening of work, i.e., protecting the club from mayhem. Our explorers end part 1 by either returning to the Frisky Whiskers, where we began our story, or starting the hunt for some explosives, just in case the show tonight gets out of hand. No one knows for sure what we're dealing with. In part 2, we begin by finding said explosives and diving into the evening's performances, including the most glorious and, dare I say, wet Thalin, as well as the pair of Chokar headliners Captain Krax chatted up in today's episode. Were incendiaries required for a successful evening? Well, you'll find out next in episode 1, part 2 of Rockets and Robots, the Frisky Whiskers. Enter our Discord community to be notified when we release part 2. Feel free to leave us a message in our podcast channel on how you feel about the story and the world that we're creating so far. Your input is highly valued as we get closer to our pre-order launch in the fall of 2024. If you want to learn more about the Rockets and Robots universe and read our RPG playtest materials, join our Discord community. Link is found in this podcast's description. bit.ly//what's your sci-fi. If you would like the opportunity to have your likeness written into our first book and receive game updates, enter our NPC contest here. https://bit.ly// bit.ly/enter NPC raffle. Rockets and Robots RPG is active on Instagram, Threads, and Facebook. Find us on your social media. Want to say a special thank you to our Galaxy Master Isaac and playtesters Jake, Uriah, Dennis, myself, Andromeda, and as well as Rocket from Pixabay for today's music. Thank you, folks. Thank you for listening to today's story and showing your interest in the universe we're creating. So what do you think of episode 1 thus far? Feel free to leave us a message or a comment. We would love to hear what you think. Are you looking forward to hearing how the evening ends for our 4 explorers? I'm curious. Of the different species we've talked about today, which are you most curious about? What's your sci-fi?